Welcome, everybody, to KayFabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. And we are going to talk about Raw after WrestleMania. Let's go! Oh, yeah! So, make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm Handsome Nick Hanlon. This is KayFabe Wrestling Talk. If you think I'm wrong, there's a good chance you're wrong. So we're supposed to have the biggest Raw of the year because it's after WrestleMania, April 20th, Monday Night Raw. Not hugely eventful, in my opinion. But anyway, that's just the way she goes. We'll definitely go over what we saw, what I think, the lowdowns, the highlights, the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights, the punches right in the mouth. We start Raw with Obafemi. He comes out and he takes about 20 minutes to do his walk down to the ring, gets in the ring, and just announces your ruler has arrived and leaves the ring. I mean, couldn't have said, the guy could talk. Maybe say some words. I know it's just like a stamp. I beat Brock. I've arrived. I'm the guy. I'm the man. But come on, give us a little bit. All you gave us the walk, and then you just left. I mean, what's the deal? What's the deal, Obi, Mr. Femi, and yeah, don't knock on my door because I have a twin. So if you find somebody that looks like me and you don't like what I said, that's probably my twin. Just keep that in mind. So that was the end of that. Just Oba, he's the ruler. Next up, Kabuki Warriors versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. And watching this match made me realize how much Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky should have been in WrestleMania. These guys kill it. They kill it. I mean, Rhea kills it too, but she was in WrestleMania, looking slim with no body fat. She's looking amazing. But Io Sky is the best in the game. Kabuki Warriors, amazing. Everybody was amazing. Kairi Sang hitting insane elbow smash from the top rope to a standing Rhea Ripley on the outside of the ring was incredible. Incredible. Essentially, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley just kind of squashed them. So I guess that's the end of that for a while. I'm not sure what this means for Io and Ripley. I think later on we see Ripley saying goodbye to Io because she's got to head down to SmackDown to be a champion. Kind of like they're breaking up or have a long distance relationship. I don't know what's going on with these two, but I wish I was a fly on the wall in their bedroom. Ethan Page makes his Raw debut. This guy's been around the block. He's definitely got some heat around him. What do they call him? The all ego Ethan Page or something like that. So he makes a debut, sets up a match with Javon Evans, which we will see later on. CM Punk makes his way to the ring, and he gives a heartfelt promo on how he's lost a trainer. He lost a very good friend who's the lead of a band. He lost his dog. Also, his wrestling family has lost some camera people and some people backstage. And he just wanted to thank all the people backstage who are the real heroes, and he got a great applause, a great promo, basically thanking everybody that makes this stuff happen. CM Punk's the best. I could watch CM Punk be champion for 20 years. I love him. I mean, match of the weekend last night at WrestleMania. Incredible match against Mr. Roman Reigns. And then here comes Cody Rhodes, blackest of eyes I've ever seen. Holy cow. That eye is a mess. He thought, CM Punk was just going to flip out. He wasn't expecting how cool and calm Punk would be. And Cody says, well, I'm the one standing here feeling like a loser. And Punk says, why should I feel like a loser? And I think he was just poking fun of him because after he says, well, technically I am the loser. And he says, listen, you had to fight a guy that's a friend of yours. I don't have to fight a guy I hate. That's easy. I know I lost. It wasn't my night. But he does mention that he's just going to be ready. He's always ready because he's never, didn't really expect any title shots, he said. But a couple people get injured. He gets a title shot. He's always going to be ready because he just stays ready. And he, then they talk back and forth. And Cody Punk looks at Cody again and goes, "You just never know when a title shot will fall out of the sky," while he's looking at his title. Leaves the ring. Before he can take off, Cody says, "Hey, Punk, name the time, name the place," throws the mic down. That's what we call a seed has been planted. I would love to see these two in the ring together. They are the two best performers on the card. Every time they have a match, it's good. Every time they're talking, it's good. CM Punk's the best promo guy in the game. Cody's great, but CM Punk just has legitimate emotion. You can tell it's coming from his heart. Love anytime Punk's talking on the mic, I know it's going to be. I could watch it for 20 minutes. You know it's going to be amazing. CM Punk VIP of the weekend. I know he lost. That's just the way. Like he said, it just wasn't his night. So we got all ego. That's what it is. All ego. Ethan Page against Javon Evans. What a great match. What a great showing by Ethan Page. You know, Javon Evans doing what Javon Evans does, just bouncing all over the place. You know, but Ethan Page has that English style kind of hard knocks wrestling, just power slams and just a really tight, real crisp, real hard hitting guy. You know you're coming out of that hurting. You know, Ethan Page ends up getting the win because Javon Evans gets distracted by Rusev. And obviously, Rusev's not happy because Javon Evans took him out in the Intercontinental Championship match during the weekend. He couldn't get that Intercontinental title because Javon Evans hit that OG cutter off the top of the stair. Incredible match, the Intercontinental match, and a really great match tonight. We're going to see some Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. We're going to see some Rusev. Even Penta came down to try and save the day. Rusev destroys everybody. Ethan Page kind of helped because Penta climbed the rope. Ethan Page knocked him off, and he's on the outside of the ring like, "You go, hey, it's all for you, Rusev. This is my gift to you." He wanted nothing to do with it. He just wanted to see these guys get their ass kicked. Let's put it frank. And Rusev does some ass kicking. He destroys both of them. Rusev really wants that Intercontinental Championship. And I love to see Rusev motivated again. It feels like he's kind of been going through the motions the last couple months, but to see the Bulgarian Brute come back is very, very exciting, I must say. We got Judgment Day with a new women's champion, Liv Morgan, and she really had a great moment winning that belt. A great match against Vakir. These two are not done. We're going to see more Liv versus Vakir, but Liv obviously talking up how she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. She's the new women's champion and the greatest women's champion of all time. She said she thought she was messy before. Well, wait till you see her now. And then Sol Ruka interrupts, unceremoniously, may I add. I'm not sure why she couldn't just kind of talk to her backstage. And Liv wasn't super psyched about it. But we end up getting a Sol Ruka versus Liv Morgan match, which is, Liv Morgan's been taking a beating. Her face looks like she ran directly into a wall. You still see the lump on her head. She's got two black eyes. She's got bruises on her face. This is a tough, tough woman. Liv Morgan's probably the toughest woman in wrestling. It's unbelievable the punishment she can take with a smile on her face. But Sol Ruka pretty much ran this match. She kicked out quite a few huge moves. This match went quite long. Zakaria from NXT, who's obviously feuding with Sol Ruka over at NXT, interferes, and Sol Ruka ends up getting hit with Liv Morgan's, face breaker thing. I forget what that move's called right now. But Liv Morgan gets the win. Incredible performance by both of these women. Obviously, Liv Morgan would have won anyway because, she's the greatest. And Sol Ruka's just kind of a surfer chick. But I can't wait to see what she can do on the main roster whenever she comes over. I'm sure it'll be pretty soon. At the end of the match, Stephanie V comes down, and Liv Morgan and her have a little stare down. So we're just seeing that that's not over. Vakir, she obviously deserves a rematch. Incredibly, incredibly talented woman. And then we get a Brock Lesnar package. Great little Brock Lesnar package to just to signify he's retiring, I guess. I don't know. I hear he might not retiring. I heard he is retiring. I'm not sure. And then we get the Vision coming down with just Logan and the other guy, and Paul gives an impassioned speech about Brock Lesnar. Impassioned. He's almost crying in the ring, so it kind of tells me he's probably retired. He's saying to CM Punk, why are you giving the backstage guys such props when they still got Brock Lesnar in the now, because he's now the then. That being said, impassioned speech, and then we get Logan Paul on the mic getting booed like Dominic Mysterio. Incredible heat that guy's got. Obviously, he's blaming IShowSpeed for his loss, and he's really sick of YouTubers and social media people getting into his ring. And then we get Braun Breaker coming down just to talk about how happy he was to destroy Seth's night the night before. It was the best. He says it's the best moment of his career, destroying Seth's moment and getting Gunter the win. Seth attacks from behind with a chair. Numbers game. Street Profits come out. Haven't seen them in a long time. They fight off the tag team version of the Vision into the crowd. Braun Breaker gets Seth alone, hits a couple spears, and beats the crap out of Seth. Braun Breaker is back, folks. Braun Breaker is back. I'm excited. This guy's going to go right to the moon. My question is, when are we going to see Braun Breaker and Obafemi? I assume we'll wait till one of them has a strap, but that's going to be a lot of meeting in the middle of the ring. That's an exciting one for me. Finn Balor versus JD McDonough. We got a mentor versus protege match. Normal size head versus big head. Finn attacks JD from behind, cheater, and they fight in the crowd. A pretty uneventful match. Dom tries to attack Finn. Finn fights him off. This feud will continue. As a match, I don't know. I thought I'd get a little more. I do like JD. Finn's clearly just a cheater, and he's two-faced, and he turned his back on the Judgment Day. Obviously, he has no character. Anyway, Finn Balor, you're going to see it coming because you have a very powerful Judgment Day now. I don't know. Are they going to bring somebody else in? I'm not sure, but you're up against a big, powerful group of people right now. Good luck, Finn. And then we got Roman Reigns comes to the ring with the Usos. It seems like Roman's trying to get the band back together. He says, I don't want you to follow me, but I want you to stand beside me. Basically wants to get the band back together. And just before they're about to acknowledge Mr. Reigns, here comes Fatu, and he says he wants the title. He needs the title. He wants the big house. He wants the more money. He wants his kids to be in a better school. He wants the upgrade. He wants everything the tribal chief can get him, or the tribal chief has. He wants all of it. Roman Reigns says, I don't think you're ready, Fatu. I'm going to come back next week and I'll ask you again. Not a yes, not a no. Now that's going to be seeing the bloodline back together with the Usos. I'm hoping they bring back Sammy into that fold because Sammy's in that mode right now that he needs some friends, and these guys are still his friends, I think. So I could see Sammy maybe hopping back into that fold and we get the whole band back together. That's really exciting. At first, I thought when Fatu came down, we were going to see a bloodline reunion. It'd be really cool if they did what the Hart Foundation did back in 1995 or 6 when they brought Owen back into the fold, the Bulldog. Everybody got back together. That was such an amazing moment, and I hope we get that moment one day with all of the Samoans getting back together. Tama Tonga, the taller Tonga, the tall one, Solo. The only non-Samoan I want to be in this group is Sami Zayn. He was the best Sami Zayn he's ever been when he was part of the bloodline. Now he's just a whiny, sanctimonious son of a bitch, as Chris Jericho would say. Sami Zayn, I can't wait to hear your 10-minute whining session on SmackDown this week. So that was Raw. Kind of uneventful. We used to get big comebacks, but I guess we got Ethan Page. We got Sol Ruka. I don't know. It was a Raw. It was a fun couple good matches. Roman, good little speech. Punk, good little speech. I expected a little more, to be completely honest. We need to get more matches. I understand this is a media company now, and they got to get the commercials in, but the amount of commercials on WrestleMania, that was a little silly. So, TKO, I know you're just trying to make as much money and squeeze this lemon until you sell to the next highest bidder, probably the Saudis. That being said, you're going to make more money if you aim it at the fans a little better. They see the change. It's not about the fans anymore. It's just about money. I don't have a problem with anybody making money, but you don't have to make it so goddamn obvious, TKO. Get with the program. Like, what are you doing? This isn't UFC. This is a family, kids. It's all about getting the young ones, get them up. It's like anything. But if you got to watch an hour worth of commercials in a 3.5 hour show, you're not going to get new fans. So maybe you got to think about that stuff. New fans are important. You're ostracizing a lot of fans. I don't mind the celebrities. I have no problem with the celebrities and all that stuff. I know uh, one of the higher ups made mention that this is the new game plan, more cross branding. I'm all for it. But do you have to have, like, we're watching a PLE and there's 20 minutes of commercials between the matches? There's 20, 30 minutes in between matches? It's unnecessary. Either way, I mean, I liked it. I liked Raw. I liked WrestleMania. I always do. It's still wrestling. So at least we got wrestling. That's all I got to say about that. As Stone Cold Steve Austin would say. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is KayFabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. Make sure you comment, mention why you think I'm wrong, and then I'll let you know why you're wrong. Like and subscribe, everybody. KayFabe Wrestling Talk. Handsome Nick Hanlon. Let's go! Yeah! Boop! Fireworks, fireworks, yeah!